former Pentagon official who led a secret government program to combat UFO attacks, says he believes aliens have visited Earth. Luis Elizondo previously ran the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, which leaked records show investigated reports of clashes with unidentified aircraft. The former chief of the $22 million, £16.5 million project says he thinks we may not be alone, based on numerous reports he read on encounters with the flying craft. Many reportedly displayed out-of-this-world capabilities in terms of both speed and maneuvering. News of the off-the-books Department of Defense.The program emerged over the weekend. It sought to identify what had been seen, either through tools or eyewitness reports, and then ascertain and determine if that information is a potential threat to national security. Mr Elizondo resigned from the DoD in October in protest over what he has termed excessive secrecy and internal opposition to the project, whose funding was cut in 2012. He has now said there is evidence which leads him to believe alien aircraft have visited the planet. Speaking to CNN, he said, "My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone." Things that don't have any obvious flight services, any obvious forms of propulsion, and maneuvering in ways that include extreme maneuverability beyond, I would submit, the healthy forces of a human or anything biological. Among the sightings were reports from pilots of two U.S.Navy Super Hornet fighters who spotted a UFO on a training mission. They were 100 miles from San Diego in the Pacific when a call on their radios asked if they were carrying weapons. The unusual request that day in 2004 came from a naval cruiser, the Princeton, that had spent 2 weeks tracking unidentified aircraft. At 20,000 feet, they stopped and hovered, before disappearing out of radar range or shooting up again. The pilots could see nothing at first, and then Commander Fravor looked down to the sea. The water in one place was being churned by something just below the surface. Hovering erratically 50 feet above that spot was some sort of flying craft, around 40 feet long, oval-shaped and whitish. As the pilot descended towards it, it rose to meet him, but suddenly peeled away at an immense speed that he admits left him feeling pretty weirded out. The craft had no plumes, wings, or rotors, but, seemingly traveling at a mile a second, easily outran America's fastest military jets. Fravor's comrades made fun of him when he described the encounter, but others in the U.S.military, we now know, took him seriously.For. The episode was one of scores of unexplained encounters between military personnel and UFOs that were investigated by a top-secret, multi-million-dollar program run by the Pentagon. Although it was set up in 2007, the existence of the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program, ARTIC, has only now emerged, thanks to its former boss. Its $22 million, £15 million of funding, so-called black money for secretive projects, was known only to a few outsiders. UFO enthusiasts have argued for decades that the US government has been covering up the existence of unidentified craft containing alien visitors. The idea that a hush-hush government outfit was investigating sightings and other bizarre phenomena famously provided the basis for TV drama series The X-Files. Now, it seems the cult series wasn't such a flight of fancy after all. The shadowy program's existence was intentionally buried in the Defense Department's $600 billion, £448. $76 billion annual budget, as well as headquarters deep within the labyrinthine Pentagon building. Based on the 5th floor of Sea.Ring, the secret department has spent years investigating reports of unidentified flying objects. Although the Pentagon officially stopped funding the project in 2012, insiders told the New York Times it is still operating. Having investigated myriad reports from U.S. servicemen of encounters between unknown objects and military planes, they are convinced that nothing in this world can explain them. If anyone says they have the answers now, they're fooling themselves, said Harry Reid, the U.S. Senate Democrat leader for 12 years, and the project's most powerful supporter. We do not know. In each case, the servicemen were convinced that what they saw was vastly more technologically advanced than anything in U.S. or foreign arsenals.The man who inspired this X-Files department, Harry Reid, had the support of 2 other senior senators, both members of the Defense Spending Subcommittee, who feared a threat to national security behind these chilling sightings. Their rationale was that, if the mysterious craft were not aliens, then perhaps Russia or China had developed advanced technology to threaten the West. Reid's interest in UFOs had originally been pricked by his friend Robert Bigelow, a billionaire hotel tycoon and government contractor who was investing millions in space projects such as inflatable modules for living on the moon. Mr Bigelow, who became convinced extraterrestrials exist after his grandparents said they saw a UFO, has been investigating the paranormal for decades, and bought a Utah ranch known for UFO sightings in the skies above. The Pentagon UFO program paid Mr. Bigelow's Las Vegas-based Aerospace research company to do most of its work. Reed says he was also influenced by the veteran astronaut John Glenn, who had told him years earlier that the government should be seriously looking into UFOs and talking to military people who claim to have seen them. The Pentagon program investigated scores of reported encounters, in some cases, such as Commander Fravor's, backed by video or audio evidence. Newly released tapes make the disturbing listening.In another incident involving a U.S.Navy Super Hornet jet chasing a UFO that emitted a glowing aura traveling at high speed and rotating as it moves, a pilot is heard exclaiming, "There's a whole fleet of them." My gosh, they're all going against the wind. The wind is 120 knots to the west. Suspiciously, sightings were often near nuclear facilities, be they ships or power plants. In many cases they involved aircraft that appeared to defy the laws of physics in their speeds and maneuverability. Seeking explanations, the Pentagon focused attention on other phenomena that sound as if they've come from a sci-fi convention. They included warp drives, faster-than-light spacecraft propulsion, and wormholes, theoretical passages in space-time that could create shortcuts. Researchers also analyzed people claiming to have experienced physical effects from encounters. The Pentagon investigators are likely to have talked to some of the 120 retired military personnel who, according to UFO researchers, have described encounters near nuclear missile bases. Some believe aliens were monitoring them to ensure humanity didn't blow itself up by accident. They include Air Force Captain Robert Salas, an intercontinental ballistic missile launch officer on duty at Maelstrom Air Force Base in Montana one night in 1967. Moments later, they discovered that all 10 Minuteman missiles had been deactivated. Robert Jemison, the base's targeting officer, confirmed the report and said he heard about a UFO landing in a deep ravine nearby. He said he spoke to a security guard, who described two small red lights off at a distance that began to close in. Those involved insist they made progress. In 2009, Senator Reid wrote to then Deputy Defense Secretary William Lynn, requesting heightened security to protect the program. Much progress had been made with the identification of several highly sensitive, unconventional aerospace-related findings, he said. Project Insider told the website Politico, however, that the program couldn't justify using taxpayers' money. But the Pentagon insisted it would act whenever credible information is developed. Although 701 were never explained, the report attributed most to people seeing conventional aircraft or spy planes, stars and clouds. Many will laugh at the US government wasting so much time and money on them. But others think they were on to something. The Navy pilot who says he saw that astonishing craft off San Diego, Commander Fravor, told ABC News yesterday, "I can tell you, I think it was not from this world." "I'm not crazy, haven't been drinking. After 18 years of flying, I've seen pretty much about everything I can see in that realm, and this was nothing close." "I have never seen anything in my life, in my history of flying, that has the performance, the acceleration. Keep in mind this thing had no wings." And former Senator Harry Reid is sticking to his guns. "I'm not embarrassed, or ashamed or sorry I got this thing going. I've done something that no one has done before," he said. As news of his UFO secret emerged, he even borrowed the X-Files' famous catchline, tweeting, "The truth is out there."